G'day, how are you going? Can't hear you? Cool. This is a little piece I like to call my history of dead pets. I was originally going to call it something like all the pets I've killed before, but I thought maybe that was a little bit too dark, so I'd prefer if you thought of it more as a tale of all the pets who've died in my care. I hope you like it. If not, it's only 5 minutes. So my first pet was a fighting fish. Just the one, of course, because you can't have two of them because they'll fight each other to death, and that's not how this one died. So my mum got sick, like, well, depressing, I know, but not like properly sick. Like, she just had a cold for a few days and didn't get out of bed, and obviously I didn't think to feed it because, you know, I was like 5, and so it died. Yep. And then we got Midnight the bunny. He was cool. He, she, do rabbits have pronouns? I don't know. We had fun anyway. I called him Midnight because he was all black and I was a bit of a young poet. Anywho, one day Midnight dug out of their cage, and instead of running away properly like the sooky teenager he was, he would just hang out on our front porch whenever I got home from school. And I was 7, like, not that advanced, and I'd be like, oh, g'day little buddy, can I pick you up, make you a pet again, put you in your cute little cage, feed you a cute little carrot? And he'd be like, nah bitch, and then taunt me for hours, just letting me get close enough and then running away. And he did that for maybe like 6 months, and then she decided she didn't love me anymore, and apparently they became really good friends with the tradies next door, and they'd hang out during smoko. So fuck you too, Midnight. He might be alive, might not, I don't care. Side bit, my grandparents had a farm that I go to every school holidays. A cattle farm, but I didn't really understand the implications of that because I was young and I was besties with all the cows, and they had great names like 60 and Mango and Ugly. And Ugly was my favorite, of course. She was not very hot, like same, but I loved her nonetheless. And then one day Ugly just disappeared, and I was like, Nan, Pop, where did Ugly go? And they told me that they sent Ugly to a farm in Queensland because it was too cold here. And then I stumbled upon an entire cow carcass in the back freezer. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together until I was about 15. Then I became a vegetarian. Max? And then we got Max. And by this time we'd finally upgraded to a proper pet, which means that we hadn't learnt from our mistakes. Max had a pretty hard life, all things considered, both pre-us and during us. We found him on the side of the road in a plastic bag, and because we're nice, we were like, we'll give you a good life, we'll give you all the nice things because we're nice. And then my baby brother came into the picture, and he loved Max. He loved playing with him. Good mates, good mates. Not very gentle though. He'd carry him around by the tail and put him in the washing machine and fun stuff like that. Really making it sound like my baby brother killed our cat, but good news, he didn't. A car did. A couple days before Christmas 2013. Rip Max. Still have his ashes on the mantelpiece. So we got another pet, and I think my brother did kill this one. Yeah. So after what had happened with Max, and Mum was like, no pets that go outside, which makes sense. And our baby brother had gotten a bit older, so we were like, you know what would be a good idea? A baby turtle. It could teach him about responsibility. And when we got the thing, it was only about the size of a 50-cent piece. And I asked him, hey bro, what do you want to call him? And he said David, so yep, David the turtle. And only now do I realize how bad it looks to give a very fragile pet the size of a milk bottle lid to a 6-year-old boy who wants to be a race car driver. Yeah, we really did take care of David. We fed him, we cleaned his water, did all the things you do with turtles. But at the end of the day, I think David just got played too hard. Like Remy played too hard and too much. And after a while, we realized that he was still alive, but his neck was kind of floppy and he wasn't swimming well, and we just resigned him to his fate and never talked about it again. It's like our collective family trauma, which I'm just airing now. And it was quite a shame because it was really cute to see Remy in a father figure role. He really loved David. Too much, probably. Now's a good time to jump into the future. That whole David incident was a good 6 years ago, and in all that time we never got another pet, which is understandable, because there's only so much grief a human heart can hold. And I wish I could say that's the end of the story, but this thing called COVID happened and we all got a bit lonely, and here's the baby chicken. And I promise I won't kill them.